Right, we're at the Burdess Brewery in cider making, and today we're making roughly 50 litres of home pressed apple juice, which we will convert into cider in a few months' time. The process starts with this machine, my homemade apple scratcher, which is 12 volt powered. Me and my good friend Mr. Kevin McIntosh made it. It's basically 8-inch round oak, turned and balanced on a sprocket system with a chain driven of a 12 volt battery and motor. Go something like that. Go and keep your fingers well out of it in case they get taken away. So that's the basis of that, nice and safe. Onto here we have our table for sorting any rotten ones that aren't just up to standard to be put within the brew. Nice frame to do it, being obvious to keep everything tidy. Buckets underneath to take the pumice, as it's been then called. We go from strattled out into buckets which we store. We've discovered that if you leave it an hour or so, there's a higher yield return from apple juice. As the stuff is stored down, it actually breaks down easier for the actual making of apple juice. And then we go to the press after an hour, and then we'll start pressing to get some juice. Here's our apples. These have come from local gardener down the road. They're very mixed with golden spire and Bordeaux. They're nice few. The girls will now sort them out into good, bad and indifferent. And we'll start chopping them up. Rotten. There's a nice apple there, just to give you a go. Bittersweets amongst these, so that we make a nice variety of cider. We don't know till a few months down the line. The last is scrapping. 5 bags or 7 bags of apple. We've cut and scrappled an hour or so ago. It's now gone nice and brown. Brown makes a difference. Smell of apples. Level it out a bit more, then we'll get the first press. Here's apple juice pre-made. Cheese. Level it up. There should be a bucket underneath it. Here comes the first press of apple. Gas within the region just under 3 litres, quite a gallon. It's off the strain. Oh, we're getting very close to the 50 litre mark, which is full. There. Remove the muslin and we'll see how far off the top. Oh, look at that. There's only one pressing left, I'd say, and that's full. That's the series Burdess cider. And then we will place the fermentation bubble, which I've pre-drilled onto the lid, and seal it back up again, and then hopefully we will start fermentation within a few days. Now, on goes lid. I'll remove this for a second. Thank you. Seal it. Before I lift, I'll lift that. Ready? Now, here is final task is put the bubbler in, and in the bubbler, some people use water, which I find can go off, but I'll use vodka. Vodka is sterile. If it goes into it, it won't take any harm. There's 50 litres done last week, which is now fermenting away quite nicely. There's 4 litres a piece, with the same theory, different principle. And you can actually see coloration difference and how it's lightening itself down, all the sediments clearing, and eventually it will clear in this temperature, probably 3-4 weeks, a month and a half most, will be perfectly clear. We will then bottle it, wrap this off, bottle it, add extra sugar to create a fizz, and it'll be ready to drink in another month, 2 months. So from this point on, we're looking at somewhere in the region of 4 months before